success in whatever plans you have for this year. Today, I have the pleasure of inviting one of our CIP students. His name is Onkar. Onkar is from the Telugu stage and he is successfully graduated. Very interesting. I remember Onkar's one of his first calls from India. He called me on WhatsApp with his friend as well, and they are actually from civil background. So those days there were very limited options. I think it was back in 2018, right, Onkar?
Exactly, 18 September, yeah.
18. So they came here and we were working with a private. Those days, Montreal colleges were eligible for postgraduate work permit. So he studied in Matrix College, right? 2-year program in civil
Yep.
engineering. And now, interestingly, he's in IT, and his friend also is in IT. They both moved to IT. So, congratulations, Omkar. And one good news is that his CRS score is 505, and he already applied. He received his invitation for PR, and he has already submitted his application for permanent residence. And hopefully, in the next 3 to 4 months, he will get his decision and will be a permanent resident. So congratulations for all your achievements. I still remember you guys talking to me in Telugu those days so much, when you're in India, there's so much of anxiety and this is such a critical journey. And today when I see you, so refined, such a good IT professional, gives me so much of joy. And as I always say, your success is CIP, our success. So congratulations. So your first thing, your decision to come to Canada, what was it a good decision?
No, yeah, I won't regret it. I still remember the time when I was speaking to Anil regarding this, and then when I called you back in 2018 and the start of the year, and you asked me to go to Begumpet office, and that was when got in touch with you guys. And yeah, I wouldn't say it was a smooth process, but we just trusted you guys, and that's it. We just compliment each other, and things happen. Everything fell in place.
That is so, what do you like about Canada, right? I'm glad everything worked out. It was tough decision, right? But you worked very hard. It was COVID when you came in 1 year after in Montreal. Beautiful city to live in. I think you will always want to live there, right? It's a beautiful place. It's a Europe in Canada, France in Canada, right?
Yeah, I can't
Interesting.
get
But
enough of it.
but how was your journey as a student, right? Like, what were the difficulties you had to face as a student? How was the study? How did you manage your study and the part-time job?
I mean, first thing, I mean, we all know, I mean, people have different financial situations. I wasn't bit lucky with the financial situations back in the day. So I had my tough share of luck there. So we just, I mean, to be honest, for the first 3 or 4 months, I don't even have my SIN. There was an issue with my study permit, so I just took it easy and concentrated on my studies. And in the end, we finished the program. Though it was COVID, yeah, to be honest, it was a bit tough to get some part-time jobs, and that's when we utilized that time to get some coaching, or we enrolled in some courses which would move us into IT background. And yeah, I deeply believe that things happen for a reason, and those tough times, we got a chance to see what it is and how difficult it is to get some jobs in civil and what are the challenges we face. So me and my friend thought it would be a good option just to move to IT and get us some balanced life there. So yeah, here we are, 2 years into it and enjoying every single day.
So where are you from, Omkar? Which city in Telugu states are you from?
Hyderabad.
You're from proper Hyderabad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how about, like your studies? How did you feel about the studies part and part-time job? How did you manage both of it after you got your SIN number, right? So guys, very important, when you are coming here to Canada, make sure that your SIN has the correct name, your date of birth. These details are very important. And also there should be a work authorization annotation that you are eligible for off-campus work permit. Unfortunately, Omkar probably did not have that, right? And you had to reapply. Yeah.
Exactly. It took 3 months. Yeah, but it was tough and you got to learn a lot. So yeah, no regrets. And after that, I mean, people put a lot of emphasis on the balance of work and balance of studying. It's not a big deal. Once you get into that cycle, it just goes on. So make sure you don't get involved a lot of things into the working side of your life. So focus on your studies, finish it, then you will have your share of earning money. So just
Very
trust
true.
the
Well
process.
said. The words of wisdom, because I just was talking to a lady who was just here in her Zoom, and she was saying, oh, there are no part-time jobs. Again, everybody will get a job. It's only a question of time. But we are here to focus on being successful in professional jobs. So you will eventually get, and as as Omkar just mentioned, focus on your studies. I see so many students who actually fail. They'll have to retake, and sometimes if you move on to part-time status, you'll not be eligible for post-study work permit. So guys, focus on studies. This is what you're here for, to successfully complete your program and study. So yeah, so switching into IT, right? How do you, coming from a similar background, how do you see the IT in your current job in IT? What is your
So
current job, and where are you working? Which company?
I work for RBC. I mean, from the beginning, my sister is in the same field. I mean, she used to work for Capgemini in Bangalore before she moved to Canada. So I wasn't against it, but I had my interest in civil engineering. But due to the current situation in Canada with the weather and the challenges you have to face, I was like, let's just give it a try and see how it goes. If not, you can always come back since I have my degree in civil engineering and a bit of experience as well. So I give it a shot and it is beautiful. I mean, I have a feasibility to work from home, which is highly impossible if you're a civil or in construction side of the things. So yeah, that would be one of the primary reasons. And yeah, considering the weather situations, I won't mind working on the IT side of the things. Uh,
That is nice. So
yeah,
how was your transition into IT, coming from civil? How difficult was it for you to learn all that, right?
yeah.
Getting
So
your job interview, learning all this IT. So what is your current role?
we started with the entry level jobs, and now we work on support side of the things for RBC. Entry level position, you can get it with a decent. We have enrolled some courses from back in India because they are cheaper when compared to Canada. During COVID, we just enrolled for 90-day courses or crash courses, and that's how we got these jobs. And we're still, I mean, though regarding the age and all those factors, the amount of money you should be making, putting that thing on the side. But building a step-by-step process and getting to that level of position takes time. But yeah, since last 2 years, from entry-level position to not anymore, not an
Yes.
amateur
So
software
what's
engineer,
your current job title?
software engineer.
Your
I work
software
as an
engineer,
automation engineer.
automation engineer. So any specific language or technology you are into?
So yes, we work on SAP and BW side of the things. That is a confined space of technologies you can learn. I mean, there are many things. If you're a developer, you have to learn Java or learn the coding languages. That's a vast sea, and same with the DevOps or SRE. But if you're confined to one technology, you could get well versed with it, and you have high opportunities of jobs rather than just diving into it and looking for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Focus on one thing, get it. Mm.
Okay. So how, it's a bit tough, but again, I think economy in the US, because of the tech layoffs, it spilled over globally. There's been limitations as that, but it will work out. By the time you guys come here, study, right, 1 year, 2 years, the job market will be very much different when what is happening since last year in the US, and, things are bad. But again, we have so many students who have graduated and successfully got jobs. Freshers, it will be difficult. My advice is, please, from the job perspective and also from the PR perspective, please make sure that you have at least 1 year work experience. That is really going to help you with the point-based system. Okay. So, like, how many did you have because your sister was working, you already had some references in the industry, or did you have to go through the interviews, and you were able to, how hard was it for you to get a job given that you are from civil?
You have no clue.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a rough period. I mean, I lived on my credit cards. I mean, everybody does, so I won't complain about it. It is how it is. I mean, once you finish your studies, you have nothing to do, and you have no clue, and you're switching your careers at what 28 or 27 years of age, and you would hope you will be settled by then. I mean, with the age factors and the backgrounds from the culture we come from. So yeah, putting those things aside, other than that, the switching was a bit tough for the first 6 or 7 months, and We had a shared friends. I mean, you got some friends and family, so bit of support here and there. Once you get your full-time job, bigger picture, so you'll be clear of everything and financial tensions will be gone. So
That
hold yourself, trust the process, everything will work out. That's it.
that is so nice of you. I've seen so proud of you, to be honest. It's such a pleasure. I've seen your transition from a simple Telugu boy in Hyderabad today to an IT professional and a Kenyan, a permanent resident of Canada. Your language skills especially have changed a lot. 4 years, 5 years ago, when I first talked, and when I see you as such a refined IT professional, it is such a pleasure, music to my ears to see you and hear you, and so proud of you guys, you and your friend. You've been through a difficult part and you have achieved. So congratulations. So before we go, one last advice. You already gave so many advices, right? For IT professionals, people who are looking into the IT industry, what would you, and also coming to Canada, right? What did you advise them? It's a lot of hardships. Life is not easy, but what would you advise them, given the experience you've been through as an international student and an
I
IT
would,
pro?
I mean, on a simple thing, I would say, I mean, don't worry about it a lot. Things will work out for sure. I mean, when I moved here in 2018, I had no clue that COVID would be coming. And I thought as soon as I finish, I'll get a job, I'll get a high paying job, I'll be happy and everything. But 2 years later, that's a boom. Everything was shut and I had no clue what to do and switched careers. And 2 years later, I'm happy what I did. So don't worry about it. Just focus on what you're doing right now, one step at a time, things will fall into place. Something goes wrong, talk to Mr. Gautham, he'll help you out.
Thank you very much. We are actually, I've been trying to focus on it, but I found a good IT company. We are trying to set up a job portal and connect our students, international graduates, immigrants, with employees in IT and mechanical and healthcare. So we'll be working on that. And, thankfully, things hopefully should get her. But as I said, thankfully, we are in Canada, not in the US. So it's,
Yeah, market is not as bad as compared to them, right? So we will recover for sure. It's a downtime. No arguing in that. So yeah, let's just hope everything falls in place in the next 2024.
yeah. Thank you very much, Omkar. Omkar, what is your last name, Omkar?
Konidena?
Okay, yeah, guys. So I will type. Can you type your last name, please? So, guys, if you need any help, any advice, please feel free to connect him. I think he might be in the social media, it might be in the LinkedIn. So feel free to connect, and he's a very helpful guy. Every time I've asked him, he's always been helpful. So thank you very much, Omkar, and
No, okay,
congratulations.
always,
And
always.
I'm very much looking forward to having your PR card soon.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, same here. Let's see.
Sure. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. Thank you.
thanks a lot.